Balling. I just did a play-by-play for the Thunder and the Pacers. Excuse me. For the NBA Finals Game Two, the series is now tied up. You know, the Thunder just beat the Pacers, and the Thunder's defense is elite. They beat the Pacers 123 to 107. On this channel, I cover the Philadelphia 76ers. I also cover the Philadelphia Phillies play by play, and I also cover the NBA playoffs and MLB playoffs, and I will be covering a little bit of boxing as well. So if you are interested, if you like good vibes, consider hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. So 123 to 107. I'm just gonna break it down. My opinion about how this series is gonna go for the rest of the series and how this game went about. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. I said it earlier today. I said, yo, if the Pacers win, they win in this series in five. If the Thunder win, they win it in six or seven. But the way that the Thunder won, they definitely earned it. Defensively, they were outstanding. And the reason why they won this game, there's a couple of factors, right? Tyrese Halliburton struggled throughout the whole game until the fourth quarter. Tyrese Halliburton didn't score. Yes, Mary, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure I hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate all the love, appreciate all the support. Yeah, it Thunder showed up. Yeah, they definitely showed up. Tyrese Halliburton struggled in the first through third quarter. He was not existent. He did not show up at all. He didn't show up. I'm just being honest, right? In the fourth quarter, he was amazing, but it was a little bit too late, right? And the rest of his team played pretty good. If Tyrese Halliburton would have showed up, they could have won this game. They really could have won this game, but he did not show up. You know what I mean? He didn't even show up when it comes to facilitating. He only had 6 assists, and I understand they shot 45%. That's not bad though. It's not bad from the field, but still, it's just like Tyrese, you got to be a little bit more aggressive throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? And Nimhar was pretty good, 11 points. You had Miles Turner with 16. You had Denise Smith with 14. You had Siakam with 15. Siakam got to do a little bit more offensively as well. And then you had two players off the bench with double figures. So you had one, two, you had seven players in double figures, and they still lost because Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton didn't score as many points. Like, let's just keep it real. I'm calling both of the players out because they're the best players on the team. Because you had Benedict Mathurin with 14 points. You had Thomas Bryant off the bench with 11 points. So that's pretty darn good, man. If you have seven players with double-digit points, that's really, really good. But they got to step up. Tyrese Halliburton and Siakam got to step up. Now, I got to give credit when credit is due. The Thunder's defense was absolutely amazing. And I said this earlier today. I said, yo, if this is what I was saying. You can let SGA get all these points, but shut down everybody else. That's the problem. The problem is today is they couldn't do that because SGA still had his 34 points, right? 34, 8 assists, 4 steals, 1 block. The man was simply a superstar. He's a superstar performance, right? Then you had Jalen Williams give you 19. Then you had Holmgren give you 15. But it wasn't really Jalen Williams had the 19 points, but it was really for me was the Holmgren. He was 6 of 11 from the field. The man had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. He did more than what he did definitely last game. But the bench for OKC was absolutely amazing. When you get 20 points from Alex Caruso off the bench, and then you get from Wiggins 18 points off the bench, bro, that is hard to beat. By the way, everybody in the building, I got 7 people in the building. Can I get 10 likes in the building? Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button if you haven't already. It's definitely going down over here on Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Just giving you my honest perspective from a Sixer fan. But yeah, the bench was outstanding. When you got two players with almost 20 points each, that's almost 40 points for two players off the bench. Oh my goodness. That's a wrap on the series. I don't think it's a wrap on the series though. I think this is going to go back and forth. Like it's going back to Indiana. But the problem is Tyrese Halliburton has to step up. There's no excuses for not showing up in the first 3 quarters. Like you got to be better. You can't just think that your team's going to keep you afloat. Dude, you're the best player on this team. If you're the best player on this team, you got to be more consistent offensively. I understand he's a really good point guard. He's a real good facilitator, but you only had 6 assists and you didn't have no points going into the fourth quarter, really. You ain't had that many points. You're like 5 points going into the fourth quarter. That's not going to get the job done going against the Thunder. The Thunder's a deep team as well. So I put the blame for this loss on Tyrese Halliburton and Siakam. They have to step their game up. You know what I mean? They have to step their game up. Point blank, period. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm just being real. 76ers would have put up more of a fight. Man, listen, I'm not even trying to put the Sixers in this category because the Sixers are nowhere close to the Pacers right now. And I love my Sixers, but I got to give respect to the Pacers. The Pacers, they just played against a better team tonight. You know what I mean? We're going to go game to game, you know what I mean, and see what happens. The Thunder definitely did what they had to do. But shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all double tap that screen and hit the like button on the stream on the live stream. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. We go live for Sixer games, Phillies games, and NBA playoff games. And we will be doing some boxing as well. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. But yeah, man, when you talk about two players with almost 40 points off the bench, that is crazy work, man. Crazy work. Wiggins was unbelievable. He was 5 of 8 from three, 6 of 11 from the field. Same with Alex Caruso, 6 of 11 from the field, 4 of 8 from three. So he shot 50%. Yo, listen, bro, you're not beating the Thunder when you're allowing that to happen. Like, I don't know what the heck they was on today. They was on some. They was like, yo, we gonna show up. And I'm pretty sure SGA said, yo, I just need y'all to give me a little bit more. Because SGA going to get his points. SGA going to get his points regardless. The problem is when you're giving up almost 40 points to Alex Caruso and Wiggins off the bench, you're going to get destroyed. Mike, what's going on, everybody? Deanna, what's going on? Everybody, make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm roughly like 22 subscribers away from hitting that big 500 subscribers. So if you vibing with the bull, consider subscribing to your boy. Russ was calling the foul on everything. I don't know about that. I think it was more like evenly. I think it was more evenly than that, bro. I don't think it was more like the rest was calling fouls on one side more than the other. I just think the better team tonight won the game. That's just how I look at it. They outplayed the Pacers. I got to give Thunder more credit. Like the Thunder's defense was very, 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 very good. Very good. You know what I mean? And the Pacers defense was good to a certain extent, but then they couldn't get enough from Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese did not play well. Mike, tell me anything you need help with. I can help. Okay, bro. Okay, I got you. I got you, AJ. Don't OKC will win the next 3 games. I don't know about that. I don't think they're going to win the next 3 games. I think that it's going to be a back and forth series. I think Indiana. This is what I think. Right. Indiana haven't been into the finals in I don't know how long. Indiana hasn't had a home game in the finals. I don't know how long. I feel like the energy for Indiana is going to be crazy in Game 3, and if they don't win Game 3, bro, I don't know what to say. They got to win Game 3. They got to win Game 3. PG had made Indiana and role players played much better at home. That's true. But the thing about it, though, AJ, in my honest opinion, I feel like the Pacers, I feel like they played excellent. Besides Obi Toppin, he just was terrible. He was 1 of 8 from the field. But if you think about it, right? You had 7 players in double figures, man, and you still didn't get. You didn't have enough production from Siakam, and Siakam would have gave you 20-something points, and if Tyrese Halliburton would have gave you 20-something points, they probably could have won this game. The problem is you didn't get enough effort from Tyrese Halliburton offensively in throughout the game, and Siakam didn't give you enough. He was 3 of 11. Like, I need someone to take 20 shots, bro. Someone out of the two got to take at least 20 shots. 13 shots for Tyrese Halliburton, 11 shots from Siakam. They need to take more shots. What's going? This is a must win. Yeah, Pacers have to win Game 3. They have to win Game 3, and they have to win Game 3. If they don't win Game 3, oh my gosh, bro. Listen, I don't know if they're even going to win Game 4 if they don't win Game 3. I'm just keeping it real. They might sweep them if that's the case. They might not sweep them, but win in 5 if they don't get Game 3. Because I'm telling you right now, they should be able to win. I'm not gonna say they should. They could. I'm not gonna say they should because anything can happen. But the Pacers are such a good deep team. I don't see them losing the first home game that they haven't had a home game in the finals in I don't know how long. So they have to win this game. Aaron Wiggins was that. Yes, Aaron Wiggins. Don't forget, he was the X factor, but do not forget Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso was five. What is it? 4 of 8 from three. He was 6 of 11 from the field. He had 20 points. This man had what? I'm looking at his numbers. Trying to look at his numbers. 3 rebounds, 1 assist. But yeah, you're so right though. Wiggins was amazing. Wiggins 18 points off the bench as well, 1 steal, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. He was 5 of 8 from three, 6 of 11 from the field. That is simply amazing. Like, and you remember? Hey AJ, do you remember when AJ, do you remember when I was talking about how Alex Caruso was like I was like trying to get him to come to the Sixers? Remember I was making videos about that? Remember, do you remember me making videos about that? Listen, bro, I know he's injury prone or whatever people want to call him. Look what this man is doing. He's been doing this all playoff. Like him coming off the bench is crazy work. You think Caruso and Wiggins going to have that production offensively again? Slash, they combined 38 points. I'm not gonna say they're gonna have that exact production, but I look at it like this: they're gonna have production. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you one thing: Alex Caruso's been consistent this whole playoff series. The thing that makes it scary, right, is I don't even think Jalen Williams had a good game. And the thing about it, if Jalen Williams turns it up and can get you 25 points, 30 points with a 30-point performance by SGA, and if Holmgren can bring the same effort, even if you subtract a few points from Alex Caruso, you subtract a few points from Wiggins, it kind of balances out in a way. The thing about the Pacers, their problem is Tyrese Halliburton has to be more consistent offensively. If he doesn't give it to you offensively, and if he doesn't do a little bit more, this can get very spooky. This can get extremely spooky for the for the Pacers. They got to somehow get Tyrese Halliburton to be more aggressive in scoring the ball. If they're not more aggressive when it comes to scoring, if he's not more aggressive scoring the ball, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him to beat the Thunder 3 more times. It's gonna be hard. But I do have a lot of confidence in Tyrese Halliburton. I think he's going to get it together in Game 3. But this is going to be a big test in Game 3. This is like every game in the finals is like a Game 7 because it's so critical for them to win. Yeah, well, instead of yeah, you ain't lying. Halliburton was fine in it, but too little, too late. I don't know. Sometimes he just needs to look at. Yes, right. He was passing up layups, bro. Like I'd rather take a contested layup than pass the ball for a wide open three. I understand he's wide open for three, but bro, like you're right in the paint. You're right there, bro. And he's passing the ball up. Yeah. Yeah. And not a good mid range. Yeah, he's not a better mid range shooter than Chris Paul, but he's definitely probably more clutch. I don't know. Chris Paul's pretty clutch too, but I just think Chris Paul stayed on his team too long. He should have left he should have the Hornets. Is it the Hornets, Pelicans, whatever team he was on. He should have left him a little bit earlier. I'm happy that KG, no disrespect to the Timberwolves. I'm not happy he went with the Celtics, but I'm happy he got a championship before his career was over because sometimes superstars stay on a team too long and they don't never win because they stay on a team that's not building correctly. Like for instance, now I'm trying to come at the Sixers. I'm holding them accountable. The Sixers had Allen Iverson, and they didn't build around Allen Iverson. What did they do with AI? The best player they got around AI was who? Chris Webber. Like Chris Webber wasn't the same Chris Webber coming from the Kings. Like when he was in his prime, he had knee injuries and everything. He still was averaging like 18, 20 points a game, but he wasn't the same Chris Webber. He didn't have the athleticism like he used to have. If it was the same Chris Webber from the Kings in his prime and Allen Iverson, they would have won a championship. But they didn't build around him. You know what I mean? And AI didn't win a championship. He doesn't take nothing away from his greatness. He's still one of the greatest players of all time, but it's a shame that certain teams don't build around their players like they should. The Pacers didn't play like a finals team. Yeah, they didn't play as good as they did the first game, but it's gonna happen. This year, Halliburton is the most clutch player. That's what I'll be trying to tell people, man. I know he didn't have a good game, but he has to. Halliburton can't just wait until the fourth quarter. He has to score throughout the game. And by the way, everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. This year, Halliburton is among. I don't want Miles back in this on this team. I like Miles Turner, but we'll see what happens. The series is not over though. Eric Snow and washed up. Oh, don't say Dikembe Mutombo. Dikembe Mutombo was still pretty good. He just couldn't stop Shaquille O'Neal. Like, let's keep it real. Shaquille O'Neal was pretty good on defense. Eric Snow wasn't like a whatchamacallit. He wasn't. He was just a point guard that couldn't score, and that didn't work out with AI. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Holly isn't a superstar. You don't think he's a superstar? I think he's a superstar. We'll see how he finishes this playoff run, but then we'll go and I'll judge it from my opinion. You know what I mean? I think he's a superstar. We'll see what he does in game three. Because all this stuff that everybody talking right now, if he messes around and he does his thing next game, ain't nobody gonna say anything about it. Just like when Joel Embiid was dominating and won that MVP, nobody could really say nothing. It's just like when Giannis, before he won the championship, people was talking crazy on Giannis. He won the championship. Now nobody can talk about Giannis. Same with Jokic. Before he won the championship, people was talking about Jokic. Oh, you're doing all this stuff, but you ain't winning. As soon as he won a championship, now all of a sudden, no one can say nothing. It's just like people gonna always talk. And the same thing goes with SGA. If SGA wins the championship this year, guess what's gonna happen? What can anybody say? You could talk, but it's just he won. We trying to get on his level. We trying to get on that level of winning the championship. I know I want the Sixers to be on that level. For real. 4 game winners, 4 different series, never had been done before. Exactly. And that's why when people be trying to say he's not good, I'm like, y'all tripping, bro. Like, I'm sorry. We could respectfully disagree. You know what I mean? I think, in my honest opinion, he needs to be better throughout the game. But if the game is close and the game is on the line, I'm picking Tyrese Halliburton over any player that's in the playoffs right now when the game is on the line. Halliburton needs a signature triple double. I don't even think what he needs to do is he just needs to just be a little bit more aggressive. Not saying he has to change his game, but he has to be more aggressive offensively. Um, 4 game winners. I mean, that's good, but he got to learn how to perform at finals level. He did get the game winner in the first finals game, though. I thought the rest was they pretty much let them play. To be honest with you, they pretty much let them play. When you talk about the stats, right? When you talk about free throws, right? 37, 33. It's not too far off. It is a little bit off. They did have more free throws than y'all. So they had 33 free throws compared to 26 free throws. But a lot of it wasn't flopping. Like, it wasn't flopping. It was, they just got fouled, man. Like, people are using the excuse that every little foul is a flop. Not every foul is a flop. Like, some of the fouls that SGA, he got really did get fouled. You know what I mean? And people trying to take away from his game. Yes, he does flop sometimes, but a lot of the times he's really getting fouled. He puts a little bit of acting on top of it, but he definitely got fouled. Um, it's part of the game. I'll take a free throw merchant any day of the week, as long as we win the game. Listen. We just trying to win. That's all that matters. Like, listen, if you get fouled, they can send you to the free throw line. Make your free throws. I mean, I don't know why people hate on free throws so much. I mean, it's part of the game. If you take free throws out the game, then when you get fouled, what happens? You just inbound the ball? Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? The punishment of fouling a player shooting the ball is free throw. So play better defense and don't foul, and you won't send the dude at the free throw line. But a lot of the times, I'm watching the whole game. SGA wasn't flopping. I didn't see the flops this game. He was just getting fouled, and he just made his free throws. The whole free throw merchant, shoot, I'll take that. Hey, listen, send me to the free throw line. Send me to the free throw line 20 times. I'm cool with that. Oh man, sports, what's going on, bro? You can't be that down on your team after one game. Y'all in the finals and you down on your team like they lost the finals. Don't be down on your team like they lost the finals, bro. This is only game two. Gosh, Lee. Y'all gotta stop being down on y'all team. I'm a Sixer fan, bro. If we would have lost the game, I would be disappointed. But we in the finals, bro. Y'all in the finals. You can't be down on your team that much not to watch game three, bro. I mean, you can. That's up to you. But yeah, you can. But I mean, we're gonna see what happens in game three. Game three is gonna give you a lot more information. You can't be down on your team like that. If the Sixers were in the finals, I would be hyped. Yeah, I would be hyped, bro. We lose game two in the finals, and yeah, it's 1-1 going into game three. It's not like it's 0-2 going into game three. It's tied up. Like I don't understand. I'm not understanding why my guy is so down on his team. I mean, it's just one game. You know what I mean? It's the best out of four, man. You know what I mean? You gotta win three games. Just win three games and you win the finals. Whoever wins three games first from this point on, you win the finals. So, by the way, everybody in the building, make sure you double tap the screen, hit that like button, consider subscribing. We cover the Philadelphia 76ers, the Philadelphia Phillies. We also cover the NBA playoffs, and we cover a little bit of boxing. But this was a poor performance. It was, but it's just one game. You can't be Holly gotta be like a Steve Nash type player. Oh man, that's a throwback. I love Steve Nash, but did Steve Nash win a championship? I don't know. Did Steve Nash win a championship? I don't know if Steve Nash won a championship, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. Tyrese, he just got to play better. He got to play better. It's just simple as that. And if he scores a little bit more, he'll be fine. Like it's just one game. You know what I mean? It's just one game. It's not like it's game seven and y'all lost the finals. Y'all ain't lose the finals yet. Y'all still in it. You know what I mean? He's still in it. Y'all still in it. Like it's not over. Steve Nash has never ever been to the finals. Steve Nash has never been to the finals. Steve Nash won an MVP. Yeah, that's fine. He's very, 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 very good player. But we talking about the finals right now. This is the most important. I guarantee he'll trade that MVP in a heartbeat to be in the finals and win a championship. The more important MVP is the finals MVP. He'll trade that MVP for the finals MVP any day of the week. I mean, the West back then was hard to get past. A lot of teams, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, it was just hard to beat that. You know what I mean? They had a good team, but they couldn't get through the West. You know what I mean? So, but like, I'm not going to get down on Tyrese Halliburton to the point where the man's not a good player. The man, in my eyes, is the best closer in the game in the finals right now. See, the thing about it is, I said this before. If the game's a blowout, yeah, the Thunder going to win that game. But if it's a close game, I got the Pacers winning every close game. You better hope it's not a close game going into the final 2 minutes or 1 minute, because I think Tyrese Halliburton is going to make them shots. That's the problem. I don't know if SGA can make those shots. Well, he can, but is he going to make it over Tyrese Halliburton? You know what I mean? This game was the reason why. Like I'm gonna say it again. I'm repeating myself, but the Pacers lost this game because Tyrese Halliburton was not balling from the very beginning of the game, and then of course Siakam wasn't balling as well, struggling. What's going on, A? Salute to you, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You was definitely close. You said it was going to be. I think I forgot what your prediction was, but yeah, the Thunder definitely did their thing. But yeah, I don't know if people realize how good the Pacers are. I mean, after one loss, it seems like the whole sports world just turns on a team. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing I have like witnessed being like a content creator. It's like they lose one game. Oh my gosh, the Pacers are so bad. They don't deserve to be in the finals. It's like, gosh, Lee, bro. They lost one game. They tied the game up. I mean, they tied the series up. They won the first game. Nobody had this energy. They lose one game. Oh my gosh, trade everybody. Like, come on, man. Like, it's one game. It's one game. We're going to see what happens for the rest of the series. Yes, Thunder. I had the Thunder winning the series in 6 or 7. It might be worse. It might be a 5 game series. Who knows? All I'm saying is this: it's just one game. We're gonna see what happens in Indiana. They're going to Indiana. Indiana's gonna be much better. Like my boy A said. My boy A said. Not my boy A. AJ said. Role players play a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Role players play a lot better. At home. So you said that Embiid win a championship. You don't know that answer? The Sixers ain't win since 2001. Why are you even saying that? How are you a Sixer fan and don't know if Embiid won a championship? The Sixers they didn't win a championship since 1983. And you talking about that Embiid won a championship. I forgot. You a Knicks fan. T.Y., you probably don't know. Well, I'm going to let you know. They haven't won a championship in 40 years. So that means Embiid has not won a championship. It's been 40 plus years. They haven't been to the finals since 2001. To kind of get you up to speed with the Sixers. We haven't been close to a final since 2001. We haven't been to the finals since 2001. We haven't won a championship since 1983 with Julius Erving and Moses Malone. I don't know what you're talking about. The Sixers haven't won a championship. So how would Embiid win a championship if we ain't winning 40 years? He said, "No, Mike, he is trolling." I know. I'm just joking with him. I'm playing with him. I know he's joking. I'm just trying to. I'm just talking about talk. Here's food for thought. Embiid can't win a championship as the best player of the team. Yeah, that could be a possibility. You could be definitely right. The problem is we never got the opportunity to see him healthy, and I hate saying that. But I understand where everybody's coming from, and I 100% agree when it comes to right now everybody's mindset when it comes to Joel Embiid. It's valid points because I can't even debate anybody about that. I just always say when healthy we're going to see. We never got to witness Joel Embiid healthy in the playoffs. That's the problem because he's never healthy, and that's why a lot of people want to trade him. That's why I don't understand why our GM Daryl Morey literally gave this man a contract extension when Joel Embiid hasn't been healthy his whole career. He hasn't been healthy his whole career, bro. We haven't. How do you give a man a contract extension and the man hasn't won? Man, he hasn't played more than how many? What's the most games he played? I don't think the man has ever played 70 games in a season. There's 82 games in a season. I don't think he ever played 70 games, right? He did win MVP, won 2 scoring champions. I'm not taking nothing from him. He's a gold medalist. He's a very gifted, great player in Sixer history. But the problem is, I can't deny his talent. The problem is, he's the most talented player on the team. Even with Max, I see Maxi comment. He's the most talented player on the team. Like, when healthy. His skill set on both sides of the ball, when he on defensively and offensively, there's not one player on this team that's more talented than him. You could put Tyrese Maxey in there. You could put Jared McCain in. It don't matter. They're not more overall talent. If Joel Embiid's healthy, they're not better than Joel Embiid. So the problem is, if Joel Embiid is not healthy, we don't have a chance right now. And I'm not saying this to be negative, but I'm being honest. And the reason why, because you're not going to be able to trade that contract. We're stuck. I don't want to say we're stuck, but we are stuck. We're stuck with Joel Embiid until somebody wants him or that contract is over. We signed him to another is it 2-year contract extension? I forgot. We're in a bad situation right now. You know what I mean? He said, we can be champions, but it ain't happening. Yeah. Yeah, I know, bro. I feel you, bro. Embiid turns the ball over too much. He needs someone to take the ball out of his hands. Yeah. I think that he needs a dog. He needs somebody. You know what I think it is? Let's keep it real. I think he's a better player, right? And I'm not saying he can't make game-winning shots. I'm not. That's not what I'm saying. But I think he's a better player. Like say for instance, we're in the NBA Finals, right? I will feel more comfortable if we're say we go against the let's use an example, the Lakers. Say it's the Lakers versus Sixers in the NBA Finals. Say it's the last 2 minutes of a game. Say the Sixers are up by 10. I'm more confident in that. But if it's like a game where it's like, oh, where it's like a 3 point game, 2 point game, it gets spooky because I don't know. I don't know if I have the confidence in Joel Embiid to not, like you said, turn the ball over, and but then I got to put it into consideration. I think Tyrese Maxey can definitely be the closer. Like let me just. I'm not trying to compare the players, but I'm just comparing just how it was right with the Heat back in the day when they had LeBron James, D Wade, and Chris Bosh, right? LeBron James got him through the first 3 quarters, right? We all can agree with that, right? But who was the closer? D Wade wasn't the best player on the team. It was LeBron James, right? He was the best player probably in the game. Debatably, you probably could put Kobe right there, right? But LeBron got him through 3 quarters. But who closed the game? It was D Wade. So maybe Joel Embiid could get us through the first 3 quarters, and then the closer can be Tyrese Maxey in that fourth quarter. So maybe we can look at it like that in that perspective. Not saying that I wouldn't want Joel Embiid to be the closer, but Joel Embiid probably can't be the closer, and there's nothing wrong with that. He can definitely be a player that can get us through most of the game, and then Tyrese Maxey can be the closer. I don't know. Knowing that Embiid was injured in the beginning of the season, he still gave his. Yeah, it don't make no sense, right? Maxey is that guy. Yeah. Kareem didn't win championships until he had a point guard. Right. Also, the same with Duncan. Right. Tony Parker. Shout out to you for that comment. I like that comment. Tim Duncan. Yes. Tony Parker. Ginobili. Man, I love the Spurs back in the day, man. Shaq had Kobe and D. Witt. Yes. Yes. Right. So Shaq could be the best player on the team, right? But he wasn't the closer because he couldn't hit the free throws, right? So Kobe was the closer. Kobe Bryant was not the best player on that team on the Lakers. Y'all want to pull up the numbers. Yes, the team was going to be Kobe's because he was younger. They believed in Kobe a little bit more because Shaq was a little bit older, and they believed in Kobe. But the best player in that 2001 series, it wasn't Kobe. R.I.P. to Kobe. It was Shaq. I don't know why people forget how good Shaq is, but Shaq was such a dominant. I don't know if people remember, but if they don't remember, look up how dominant Shaq was with the Lakers when they won those 3 championships. I'm not taking nothing from Kobe. Kobe was clutch too. I'm not taking nothing from Kobe, but it was Shaq's team. It was Shaq's team. They had to make a decision because they didn't get along. They chose Kobe, and then Shaq went to the Heat and won a championship with D Wade. But what do y'all think about this though? Real talk. How, in your opinion, can Joel Embiid be the player that can get him through pretty much the whole game into the fourth, and have that guy Tyrese Maxey close the game? Oh, you made this NBA game? I can't click on it on this screen, but I'm not gonna be able to click on it because it's gonna mess up this live stream because I'm not on my laptop. I think the Wizards won championship before. No, I don't believe that. You're gonna have to send that to me. Embiid gets this ring, New York. No, my gosh. Giannis got saved by Middleton. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, people make it seem like, all right, yeah, the best player doesn't have to always be the closer. I mean, I know that sounds crazy to say, but we've seen it time and time again. You know what everybody be thinking? Everybody be thinking like, all right, since Michael Jordan was the best player on the Bulls and he was the closer as well, it's like not everybody can be Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Not everybody can be like that. There's only one Michael Jordan. I mean, of course, Kobe was the closer and the best player when Shaq left. But before Shaq left, it was Shaq's team, bro. My whole thing is people forget that Heat team. That Heat team was it was D Wade that closed the games out, man. Okay, should I send it? Yeah, send it on Twitter or IG, either one. Yeah, that's fine, bro. But yeah, man, like people forget that. So AJ, what is your opinion? TY, anybody that's in the building right now? A, could Joel Embiid get us through 3 quarters? Not saying that Tyrese Maxey and our third overall pick and Jeremy can't do what they do, but I'm just saying, could is Tyrese Maxey good enough to be the closer on this team? Is he good enough? What do y'all think? Your honest opinion. What do y'all think? I mean, I feel like it's a possibility. I think Tyrese Maxey can be a closer, and I think Joel Embiid could be a closer. But I think we could kind of look at that recipe of how the Heat did it, and then be like, "Oh, hey, Tyrese Maxey, it's your time. Joel Embiid, you do the first 3 quarters, get us home, baby, and then let Tyrese Maxey finish it." Because regardless of how we want to think about it, we're not get Joel Embiid ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to go to the reality. Y'all know how I feel. Like I love Joel Embiid as a player, but I want to trade the man. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. Hey, listen, I'm keeping it real. But since he got that contract, ain't no way you're gonna trade that contract unless something crazy happens. You know what I mean? Um, my biggest thing about the Sixers, which I'm so disappointed, is Paul George. I'm so over the Paul George, and I know it was only 1 year last season he got hurt, but he just doesn't seem like he cares about the game of basketball as much. And you say yes, so yes, A, yes, AJ, okay. He showed it if it gets it. Yes, it's what legends are made. Yes. So I think if Joel Embiid can just get us through the game, you know what I mean? Kind of like LeBron James did against with the Heat, you know what I mean? And then you know, and then let them close out. Let them close out. Let Tyrese Maxey close it out. You know, we'll see what happens. But we'll see what happens, y'all. We're gonna see. But I'm excited for the future. But the only thing I don't like about the Sixers right now is I'm sorry, I can't help it. Paul George's gonna have to prove to me that he cares, man, because he don't seem like he cares to me, bro. And I don't like that, bro. That's one thing about us fans, like as Philly fans, right? We want players that actually care. We don't want you just to play. We want you to and just get a check. Obviously, you get your check, get your money. I'm not hating on anybody getting their money. Get your money. I want you to get the biggest bag. But if you're going to get the biggest bag in Philly, then I'm going to need you to step your game up. And every Sixer fan, I'm pretty sure every Sixer fan is going to agree with what I'm saying because last season was just not good, not good at all. I sent them. Okay, I got you, bro. I'm gonna have to check it out. But yeah, I'm disappointed in that max contract by Dirk. He's gonna have to make it up in the draft. He's gonna have to make it up in the offseason. I really don't know what direction the Sixers are gonna go in the draft. I think they're gonna go Ace Bailey. I don't know what the heck they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna trade back and draft Maluak or Johnson trading back. I don't know what they're gonna do, bro. Trade up and get Dylan Harper. I would love to trade up and get Dylan Harper. Um, I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I really have no clue. But I do have a lot of confidence in Daryl Morey when it comes to drafting players. I think he's gonna make the right decision. Whatever Daryl Morey does in the draft, I'm honestly gonna be behind it because since he's been drafting for the Sixers, he's been outstanding. There hasn't been any picks to my knowledge that were bad picks. I think that Jared McCain, nobody thought he was going to be that good. I think Tyrese Maxey, nobody thought Tyrese Maxey was going to be this good. Tyrese Maxey's an all-star. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of confidence in Daryl Morey. So I'm not going to be overly mad if we do trade back because I do have a lot of confidence in Daryl Morey and what he does. Would I be disappointed? Yeah, I would kind of be disappointed. But I think Daryl Morey knows what he's doing. And Sixer Insider says Daryl Morey is going to pick VJ Edgecombe. Wow. Wow. We're gonna say about that, you know what I mean? But my whole thing is if you draft VJ Edgecombe, you can't keep Quentin Grimes. Like, that's the thing. So you can't keep Quentin Grimes. You're not gonna be able to play all those guards. Like, I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna work. How tall is VJ? Is he 6'6", 6'5", 6'7"? I don't know. But Quentin Grimes, how can you keep him if you draft VJ? If you draft Dylan Harper, it is what it is. Quentin Grimes, I'm sorry, you can go, bro. Hey, listen, I ain't trying to hate. I'm just saying. Um, but like, and what would you do? Are you starting? I would like. I think VJ's at least 6'5", so I'd rather have the height of VJ. I could have Tyrese at the one, VJ at the two, or the other way around. I want that. I want that height in our starting line. Oh, he's 6'5", so I want that height. As much as I love Jared McCain, it's not all about height all the time. But and Jared McCain's he's a very, very, very good player. Would it be crazy to have him come off the bench and VJ Edgecombe start? Or would you just have McCain start and Tyrese Maxey start? I don't know, man. That's just a really, really, really hard decision on what you're gonna do. But I don't think you're keeping Quentin Grimes if you draft VJ. And I listen, I'm not mad at that. Like I think VJ, I was talking about VJ um for a while. You know what I mean? I was talking about VJ for a while, but since we got the third overall pick, I said, oh wow, go Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper if he drops to us. Like to be honest with you, the player I want the most is Dylan. I'm not worried about Cooper because he's not dropping to us. He's going to be pick number one, so he's a non-factor. Unless the Sixers get crazy and move up to that first overall pick, which I don't think they're going to do that. Listen, give up the next 3, 4 first round picks. Hey, listen, do it, bro. Do it. Go get Cooper. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. So, yeah. So it's going to be very interesting on what the Sixers do in the 2025 NBA draft. I just don't know what route they're going to go. That's what makes it exciting. But since Edgecombe is 6'5", would you the message and so okay, I got you, bro. If since Edgecombe is at 6'5", would you start him? Would you just have him come off the bench and have Jerry McCain and Maxey start? I just be feeling like, is that too small? Are they too small to be starting next to each other? I don't know. I don't know. I just want to make sure we have the size. I want to make sure we can be able to beat these longer teams. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be able to beat. Like you go against the Thunder or the Pacers with two short guards, bro. Like that's hard, bro. Tyrese Halliburton got to be like 6'6", 6'5", or something like that. You got Nimhard. He got a little bit of height. Like we're too small. Like I don't know, bro. Like this is just risky. That's why I would try to eventually start VJ. Maybe not right away. I don't know, man. I don't know. I I don't know. But I really like Dylan Harper. I really do. I just wish there was a way we don't have to give up too much to go up to that second spot. But that's gonna be you won't have to give up a lot to move up to number two. So you're kind of stuck at three, but it's a good peace out, A. It's a really good problem to have a lot of different options at three. But salute to everybody that's in the building, man. Have a wonderful night. I am going to get off. God bless to everybody. Have a wonderful night. Be safe. Um, and yeah, again, game three is going to be very interesting on how it goes about. I think the Pacers are going to win that game. They got to win that game. But we'll see what happens. But be easy, y'all. I'm out.